have the Dennis Dodd tweet. Here's the Dennis Dodd tweet from earlier today, and I want to react to this one as well. Dennis, of course, was CBS Sports. As a consequence of Big 12 starting negotiations early with rights holders, sources tell CBS Sports there are now active discussions regarding Texas and Oklahoma leaving early for the SEC. In other words, we're going to take care of you, but we want to also be taken care of. And the bottom line with this is the ongoing, I think this has been ongoing since the day that Texas and Oklahoma made the decision, even with the Bowlesby throwing out the flare to ESPN and the cease and desist and all that. I have been told that it's always been some kind of simmering. But could there be a deal where one network says, hey, we want these guys a year early to be a part of the SEC, and we will then take care of you with a longer and more lucrative deal? But the problem is Texas and Oklahoma still have to pay the piper. And would Fox want SEC, ESPN to get two blue bloods a year or two early?
I was going to say there's only one person that can do that. That's ESPN.
Yeah, it only benefits ESPN, but does it? Fox has got the Big Ten now. So, if it's a year or two early, is that really something they're going to have to prepare for that eventuality anyway?
ESPN is the main rights holder of the ESPN is the main rights holder for the main majority rights holder of ESPN, of
rights
Big 12.
holder.
Yeah.
No, of the SEC.
I'm talking about the Big 12.
Yeah.
ESPN, but Fox is a part of that as well. But with the SEC, they're the main rights holder, so they would love to see something like that happen. I still don't think that's going to be tied into a new deal.
Would it hurt Fox for 2 years that they couldn't, suckle off the money teeth that is a Texas OU game that they wouldn't have or something like that? Yeah, but you're talking about a few games that you already have replaced in 2023 or 2024. So I don't know. I don't think it may be that big of a deal. That's why it's a negotiation where each party loses and gains something.
It's fun to pit this as the networks on a chessboard playing each other, and I do think there is some of that to some extent, but I also think that they're just all trying to do the best business they can, and if that's best for Fox is let's go ahead and let the SEC and ESPN grab those two schools a year early, but we get some benefit from it, then I think you weigh the pros and cons like anybody else or any business does. And so if it makes sense, sure, let's do it. If it doesn't, they won't. But, ESPN's the only one. They're the only one that has the SEC now. So it would have to be them. And given their relationship with the Big 12, maybe there'd be something to that. I'm with you. I'm not all in on they're going to make a deal and it's going to allow Texas and Oklahoma to leave early and the Big 12 gets $10 million extra a year. I don't buy all of that. But I do think there's a scenario. And Brett Yormark made that clear from day one.
Did.
From the start of his press conference, basically, he let it be known that he's willing to negotiate an earlier exit with both schools, although he hadn't begun talks with them yet. He would at some point, and he would be open to it. He didn't promise anything, but he made it clear, that could happen if there's something that benefits us greatly from that. So what that would be, I don't know.
Win-win situation.
Yeah.
Win-win situation. Also, let's not